The NBA 2K community has been roasting this franchise harder than a rookie getting posterized by LeBron.
With a couple right there, blows right by him.
Same game, different year. Cash grab simulator. Bakes your servers before adding new animations. But here's the thing. NBA 2K26 might have actually listened. And if what I'm seeing in these gameplay breakdowns is real, then we might owe Visual Concepts the apology of a lifetime. So, let's address the elephant in the virtual gymnasium. NBA 2K's movement has felt robotic for years. I mean, players sliding across courts like they're wearing socks on a freshly waxed floor, animations that look more like a video game character than actual human beings. I mean, we've all been there, watching our perfectly timed steal attempt turn into our player doing some weird teleportation dance. That is where NBA 2K26's Proplay motion engine enters the conversation. And honestly, it's about time. This isn't just Visual Concepts slapping a fancy name on the same old system. They're using actual NBA footage, not motion capture, not animated guesswork, but real game film to teach their game how players actually move.
He's gonna try to go up and then right there hit him right on top of the head.
Think about what that means for a second. Instead of animators trying to recreate how Luka Doncic moves through traffic, the game is learning directly from watching Luka himself navigate real NBA defenses.
Followed him since he was 15 years old. He's actually exceeded it, Kevin.
And the result? Players actually plant their feet before changing direction, cuts are looking sharp instead of rounded, and that weird skating effect that has plagued the series? It's finally getting addressed with dynamic lower body positioning that adjusts in real time. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about making things look prettier. I mean, when movement feels more realistic, everything else starts clicking into place. Defense becomes more about positioning and timing rather than hoping the game's collision detection doesn't freak out. Offense flows better because players aren't fighting against wonky animations to execute basic moves.
Oh, he got it! He got it to go!
This might actually be the first time that I'm genuinely excited about how the game feels rather than just what new modes they've added. And speaking of things that needed fixing, let's talk about the shooting, specifically how NBA 2K26 is turning the entire system on its head. Remember rhythm shooting from 2K25? You know, that feature where you actually had to time your shots like a real basketball player instead of just pressing a button and hoping for the best?
It's Iguodala, it's a tip!
Well, they've taken that concept and absolutely run with it. Now your shooting motion isn't just about timing, it's about controlling the entire flow of the shot. Flick up early for a quick release when you see a defender closing out. Take your time with a slow, deliberate motion when you're wide open and want to be sure. And the crazy part? The game actually shows these differences visually. I mean, if you're rushing your shot, you'll see your player's shooting form reflect that urgency. You're taking your time and the motion becomes more controlled and deliberate. But Visual Concepts didn't stop there. They've implemented something called green or miss timing across all modes. Translation: those days of terrible shots somehow dropping because the game felt sorry for you are over. On higher difficulties, only perfectly timed shots are going in. No more participation trophies, no more random makes that reward sloppy play. This is where NBA 2K26 either becomes the most skill-based basketball game ever made or frustrates players into throwing their controllers through windows. And personally, I'm all here for it. I mean, basketball is about precision. It's about time the game reflected the reality. The layup timing system is now permanent as well, which means those contested finishes at the rim actually require skill instead of just hoping your player's animations are stronger than the defender's. Now, let's dive into something that's got the community genuinely excited for once. The customization options that actually matter. The MyPlayer Builder in NBA 2K26 isn't just getting a fresh coat of paint. It's getting a complete engine overhaul that addresses every complaint we have had for years. First up, the animation glossary. Finally, you can see exactly what moves your player can perform before you commit to a build.
Nice.
Want to play like Stephen Curry? Well, the system will show you exactly what attributes and height requirements you need to unlock his signature animations.
Curry from inside.
So challenging to guard.
No more building a 6'8" point guard only to discover later that you can't use any of the elite ball handling animations because you're too tall. The guesswork is gone. Then there's the build by badges system, which flips the entire creation process upside down. Instead of allocating attribute points and hoping you can afford the badges you want, you start by selecting your desired badges and tiers. The system automatically locks in the minimum attributes needed. then lets you spend your remaining points however you want. It's like ordering from a menu instead of trying to cook with whatever random ingredients you found in the fridge.
Yeah, boy.
Custom layup packages are another game changer. Instead of being stuck with one layup style for your entire player, you can actually mix up and match the elements from different NBA stars. Steph's finesse combined with Harden's Euro steps and Jokic's spin moves. Now you're talking. And the new scouting report feature acts like your personal basketball analyst, breaking down your build's strengths and weaknesses before you take it into actual games. Think of it as having a virtual coach review your player and then telling you exactly what you're going to struggle with.
Your handshakes aren't worth dog crap.
And for years, playing defense in NBA 2K has felt like trying to stop a freight train with a pool noodle. I mean, steals were either completely overpowered or absolutely useless. Help defense rotations made about as much sense as a chocolate teapot, and don't even get me started on the rebounding system that seemed to reward whoever mashed the buttons fastest. NBA 2K26 is addressing these issues with some fundamental changes that could completely shift how the game is played. The new body-up system creates more realistic player-to-player contact. Instead of predetermined animations that look like dance routines, collisions are now generated based on actual physics and positioning. Quick Protect gives ball handlers a way to counter steal attempts if they react fast enough. See a defender reaching? Just tap the trigger to shield the ball and make them pay for gambling. But the real revolution is happening with Rebound. The new timing system adds a green light indicator that flashes when you should jump for the board. Perfect timing can completely override size disadvantages, which means basketball IQ finally matters more than just having the tallest player. Help defense intelligence has also been completely rewritten. AI defenders now understand concepts like gravity. They'll naturally collapse toward the ball when it gets close to the rim, then recover to shooters based on the actual threat level. And these aren't just technical improvements, they are fundamental changes to how basketball strategy works in the game.
Doncic punches it home.
And let's be honest, NBA 2K's artificial intelligence has been about as intelligent as a brick for way too long. I mean, teammates would stand around like mannequins while you got triple teamed. Help defense was more like help yourself defense, and don't even mention the coaching AI that would call the same broken play 17 times in a row. NBA 2K26's AI improvements might be the most underrated part of this entire package. The new drive and kick intelligence module teaches AI players to actually recognize scoring opportunities. They'll penetrate when they see an opening, then find the open man when help defense rotates. It's like the player learned that basketball is a team sport.
Down low. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
MyPlayer Freelance Engine means your AI teammates actually consider where you are on the court, even when you don't have the ball. I mean, they'll set screens for you, find you in the corner for open threes, and actually run plays that make sense based on your position. The expanded playbooks are now holding up to 80 plays instead of the previous limitations. Real NBA teams run complex offensive systems with dozens of different options, and now the game can actually replicate that depth. But here's my favorite addition: AI shot timing ability sliders. You can now control how skilled the AI is at timing their shots separately from their basketball intelligence. I mean, you want smarter rotations but easier scoring? Well, now you can have both.
Will count. Oh, he got it to go.
So, here's the million-dollar question. Is NBA 2K26 actually different? Or are we just falling for another round of pre-release hype? Well, after breaking down every piece of available information, I'm cautiously optimistic for the first time in years. I mean, these aren't surface-level tweaks or cosmetic upgrades. These are structural changes to how basketball is simulated in the game. But, and this is a big but, we've been burned before. The track record isn't exactly encouraging. I mean, the only real difference this time is it feels like the scope has changed around the game. Instead of fixing one or two major issues, Visual Concepts appears to have tackled fundamental problems with movement, shooting, AI, and player building all at once. And if these systems work as advertised, NBA 2K26 could represent the biggest gameplay leap since the transition to current-gen consoles. And if they don't, well, we'll be having this same conversation again next year.
No, God!
But what's your take on NBA 2K26's gameplay changes? Are you buying into the hype or waiting to see if Visual Concepts can actually deliver on their promises? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below, especially if you think I'm being a bit too optimistic or simply not optimistic enough. And if you want more deep dives into the biggest gaming releases, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.